It's their opinion. Oo. But in true dilawang DDS fashion, it's all drama and all fluff but no substance. All drama, all fluff but no substance. Ito kasi, nadyaryo na yan kanina kay Manila Times. Yan. Manila Times, PH warned about being US tool, urged to engage China responsibly. Yan. Ito kasi yung balita na yun. Kung kayo po ay nasa US, UK, Canada, Italy, France, Spain, Ireland, and Belgium, ay pwede na po kayo magpadala ng inyong mga remittances sa Pilipinas gamit po ang Sendwave. Ang gagawin nyo lang ay download ng app, kuha kayo ng account, at lagay nyo ba ang account details nyo, at pwede na magpadala sa GCash, Cash Pickup, at iba't ibang mga bangko sa bansa. At kapag ginamit nyo pa ang promo code na Coach Jared, Jarn, ay makakuha pa kayo ng karagdagan $20 free credit. Kaya gamitin na si Sendwave for all of your remittance needs. Si ano yan, United States Intelligence and Foreign Policy Experts. Uy, wow! Really? Bakit iba yung mga nabasa ko? In fact, may nabasa pa nga ako isang article, ang sinabi niya tungkol dun sa isa, kay Senator Black. Ang sabi niya, he never engaged in any form of foreign policy making. Paano sila naging experts? Alam nyo, mga kutsero, sa akin, ako ingat na ingat akong gamitin yung salita ng expert na yan kasi dapat sa Tagalog sabihin bihasa. Pag bihasa ka, ibig sabihin, mga kutsero, meron kang recognition. Nire-recognize ka by your peers. Yung mga katulad mo. Kaya nga mga kutsero, hindi pwede yung basta-basta tatawagin mo yung sarili mong expert. Kailangan uma-agree din yung mga kasama mo. So pag sinabi mong international relations expert, ibig sabihin meron ka ng contribution sa mundo ng international relations policy or policy making. Tapos hindi lang 'yon. Hindi lang may contribution, hindi lang yung susulat ka ng libro tapos yun na yung contribution. No, it doesn't work like that. Kailangan merong recognition of your peers. Ibig sabihin, yung mga ibang international relations practitioners, sinasabi din nila, oo, tama yung sinabi niya. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng expertise. Yun ang sabihin ng expert. Kaya nga kaya nga hindi pwede. At saka not only that, yung contribution mo dapat ginagamit din sa mga paaralan. May scholarly contribution ka. Nagdadagdag ka doon sa pool of tawag dito sa pool of knowledge pagdating sa international relations. Kaya ako mga kochero, ingat ako pag may tumatawag sa akin ng mga expert. I don't like calling myself an expert. Kahit matagal ko nang ginagawa ang vlogging, kahit matagal ko nang ginagawa ang human resources, kahit matagal ko nang ginagawa ang organizational development, I don't consider myself an expert. I don't consider myself an expert. So, mga kochero, ako, sige, kung baka self-proclaim sila na foreign policy experts, bahala sila. Pero panoorin natin yung video. Ito yung video.
Just so you know, I have a little bit of background in the Philippines. In 1986, I was deployed there as a platoon commander to reinforce the Subic garrison after the fall of the Marcos regime. There was concern about the new People's Army, so I have a warm spot in my heart for the Philippines. Let's build upon what Colonel Wilkerson had said earlier. The United States is incapable of fighting a sustained conflict against a peer level force. The United States cannot fight and engage China and win. We will not beat the Chinese. We cannot beat the Chinese, and we know this, and yet we're using the Philippines to create the conditions of potential conflict with the Chinese. Please understand that for the Filipino people, this is a recipe for disaster. You think America is your friend. So too did the Ukrainian people.
Okay.
And they are dying by the hundreds of thousands. Friends don't let friends die in those quantities. The Ukrainians have been displaced by the tens of millions. Friends don't let friends have their cities destroyed in this manner. Friends don't let friends, have families separated, have mothers and children destined to a life of refugee status in perpetual poverty. That's not how friends
Okay.
behave. America has never been the friend of the Ukrainians, and we are not the friends of the Filipinos. We don't like you. If we did like you, we wouldn't be doing this to you. We are using you. You are a tool, nothing but a tool. And when the
Okay.
tool ceases to be useful, we will discard you. And discard you means usually after a war that devastates you. We are using you to gain some sort of momentary leverage over the Chinese. We will fail. The Chinese will win, and you will be destroyed. End of story. It's high time the Filipino people pressure their government to start sitting down and engaging the Chinese government responsibly. China is not your enemy. China is your neighbor. China is your friend. China doesn't want war.
Wow.
And if you would engage China in
Lakas.
diplomacy, and as we've
Lakas maka-gaslight na ito ah. Gaslighting ah. Pero ituloy natin.
all indicated here, America has long since lost the skill set necessary to carry out diplomacy, but the Philippine people can reignite this, to relearn it, to use this skill to prevent a war. But if you continue to behave as colonial subjects, and I know that's a sore subject in the Philippines, because you were the colonial subjects of America. We still view you as our colonial subjects. We don't like you. We don't care about you. We just want to use you. Grow up. Grow up and act responsibly. Take control of your own future. America is not here to help you. America is here only to use you until there's nothing left, and then we will discard you on the trash heap of history.
Yun no? Okay. Ito yung mga kotsero sinasabi ko kanina. Na it's yung niya yung wording niya is nothing more than a rant. It's a rant. Rant yan mga kotsero. Yung mga sinasabi niya na America will use you, etc., etc. O sige, sabihin na natin let's play the devil's advocate, kumbaga. Sabihin natin totoo. What made you think na hindi namin ginagamit kayo? Hindi nyo kaya naisip na kami ang lume-leverage sa inyo? Hindi ba nila naisip na baka Pilipinas ang ginagamit ang Amerika para i-leverage ang mga bagay na gusto niyang makuha? I mean, seriously. Etong lalaking to is speaking on behalf of 100% of the American population. Ikaw na ba representante ng Amerika sa Pilipinas? Seriously. Eto mga kotsero, kaya sinasabi ko mga kotsero kanina na importante na ikaw ay merong panel of experts who are corroborating your international relations expertise. Tulad nito, for example, mamaya na yung senador. Sabi niya, America will lose, ganyan-ganyan, ganyan-ganyan. Mukhang hindi yata niya nabasa to. Galing yan sa Center for Strategic and International Studies. Oo. Naalala nyo, ito yung pinagsisigaw ni ni Sas nung nakaraan last year. Yung pinagsasabi niya na yung war game scenario, etc., etc., maraming mamamatay, etc., etc. Well, to some degree, he's telling the truth to some degree. The base scenario produced relatively rapid and clear Chinese defeat. Ulitin ko. Ayan, nakasulat Hindi naman sa akin nanggagaling to eh. Sa mga grupo to ng experts. Yung totoong experts. Sila yung nagsasabi. Hindi naman tayo eh. Hindi ako. Yan The base scenario produced relatively rapid and clear Chinese defeat. Pessimistic scenarios, yung mga senaryo na mananalo ang China, produced more protracted fighting and a wider range of operational outcomes. So, ibig sabihin, mas matagal yung gera kapag China yung mananalo. But again, mga kotsero, this is war games. Hindi naman to actual. So, but, even if it is a war game, grupo to ng mga experts eh. Sila yung pinag-aralan yung capability ng China, pinag-aralan yung capability ng Amerika, pinag-aralan yung capability ng Taiwan at yung mga factors that will contribute to the success or defeat of either camps. So, para sa akin, mga kotsero, mas mapaniwalaan ko yung sinasabi ng isang grupo kaysa yung opinion ng isang tao na nabalitang convicted child molester. De sexual offender siya. Imagine, mga kotsero. Alam nyo, yung tropa talaga ng mga DBS, yung mga Duterte Balahura supporters, yung mga die-hard Duterte supporters, ang hilig nyong maniwala sa mga taong either rapist, child abusers, mga manyak, at mga convicted. Convicted na. Ang hilig nyo dyan. A former United Nations weapons inspector convicted in an online sex sting has been sentenced up to 5.5 years behind bars. Scott Ritter, 50 of Del Mar, New York, exchanged explicit messages with a detective posing as a 15-year-old, then performed a sex act on himself in front of a webcam. My gosh. Convicted siya. So, ibig sabihin, dumaan na to sa korte at nakitaan na ng ebidensya na siya ay may ganyang gawain. Para siyang si Jim Jack. Jim Jack! Is that you? Is that you, Jim Jack? Ang hilig nyo sa sa mga pinapaniwalaan nyo, mga kriminal. Totoo lang. Sa reels tayo, sa reels. Oo. So, siya yung version ng Jim Jack. Oo. Ngayon, hindi lang yan. Ito pa lang ngayon paroled na siya. Nakakalaya na siya. Paroled na siya. So, but nonetheless, mga kotsero, convicted. Ang hilig nyo sa mga nyakos. Mga pinapaniwalaan niya, puro mga nyakos eh. Tapos mahilig sa mga mga bata. Diba? Hilig nyo sa ganun. Parang may issue kayo sa self-control. May issue kayo dyan. So, sex offender itong si Ritter. Oo, sex offender siya. Convicted. Oh. Tapos ngayon, le-lecturean niya tayo tungkol sa mga bagay na tulad nito. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, mga kotsero, ako mas naniniwala ako sa sasabihin ng isang organisasyon. Bakit? Kasi grupo sila eh. Lalo na kapag very scientific yung approach tulad ng ginawa ng ICSI. Mas maniniwala ka sa scientific na approach kaysa sa opinion mo lang. CSIS pala, ICSI. CSIS. Mas maniniwala ako dyan. Kaysa sa drama ng isang sex offender. Tapos syempre, as usual, yung mga Duterte Balahura supporters, maniniwala. Kasi, bakit? Tanga eh. Tanga nga. Tanga eh. Sinabi kasi ng international relations expert namin eh. Hindi ka magbasa ng sarili mo. Ba't di ka magbasa ng sarili mo? Mahirap ba yun? Sabi ni Rapi Tulfo. Bawal na lumapit kay Gibbs, baka kumidlat. Correct. Hindi lang yun. Sino pa yung isa? Si Badong Atis ba yun? Yung bata rin daw yun. Tapos meron pang isa na bata rin daw. Diyos ko, mga kadiri kayo. Ayaw nyo ng woman? I prefer a woman over a kid. Kasi, di ba? Ay, naku, buti na lang I'm with a woman. Buti na lang I'm with a woman. Diyos ko. Anyway. So, yun nga, that's one of the issues dito kay Scott Ritter. Another is, propagandist talaga siya. Propagandist siya ng Russia. Shady horses of Russian propaganda, Scott Ritter. Shady. The project Shady Horses delves into investigating Russian propaganda dissemination within Western countries, blah, blah, blah. So, yan. Ganyan siya. So, sex offender nga daw siya, etc., etc. Tapos, Ritter capitalizes on existing geopolitical tensions by capitalizing on occurrences such as the war in Ukraine and the annexation of Crimea. He constructs a narrative that depicts Russia as a benevolent actor merely reacting to perceived threats posed by the ultra-nationalists in Ukraine. Baliktad ah. Parang baliktad. Sino ba mas malakas sa gitna ng Russia at Ukraine? Di ba si Russia? Dito baliktad na naman ng parang ginagawa sa Pilipinas ng China. Biktima lang daw. Biktima lang daw ang China ng ating panghihimasok sa teritoryo nila. Ganun ang sinasabi niya. Nevertheless, his rhetoric conceals a strategic attempt to undermine the legitimacy of the Ukrainian government and erode global backing for its sovereignty. Ritter attempts to rationalize Russia's interventionist strategies and advance its territorial aspirations in the region by depicting Ukraine as a failed state ruled by extremism. Ay, ganun. Kaya pala kumakampi sa China. Alam naman natin, Repa Pips yan. Sa BRICS. Meron siyang ginawa. Recently. 2024. Nagpunta siya sa isang kampo ni Kadyrov. Yan, no? Disgraced ex-Marine offers Kadyrov's army friendship with America. Yan sabi niya. Ang problema mga kotsero kay Kadyrov, Kadyrov has ruled the predominantly Muslim Republic of Chechnya, located in southern Russia since 2007. He has been accused by international groups of overseeing numerous human rights abuses, including abductions, torture, and extrajudicial killings. Bakit siya nagpunta dyan? Kasi tumutulong itong si Kadyrov sa pag-atake sa Ukraine. Ang mga sinusuportahan niya, puro diktador. Si Putin, ito si Kadyrov. I think you will win, sabi niya. Sabi ni Ritter sa Russia. Tsaka sa grupo ni Kadyrov. I know how you work. And when it is over, I want every Chechen soldier to return home to a normal life. Once more, many thanks. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. Wow. Friends ng mga terorista. There's a special place in hell for you, my friend. There's a special place in hell for you, my friend. Imported version ni Morales. Correct! Ganun siya. But anyway, ito pa may sinabi pa siya tungkol sa Israel. Oh, kanina may nakita akong comment, daw, malamang pro-Hamas din yan. Oh, ano sinabi niya? Scott Ritter predicts Israel's collapse within a decade. Oh, di ba? Ayan, oh. Oh, pak. Ayan. Sabi, alam niyo mga kotsero, sabi sa inyo, lahat ng BRICS sinusuportahan niya. Oh. Sino ba yung mga friendships ni China? Kasama diyan si Iran. Sino bang sumusuporta sa Hamas? Si Iran. Israel daw magko-collapse within a decade. Hello, ang tagal-tagal ng state ng Israel. Tapos feeling mo babagsak yan within 10 years? Hindi ko alam sa India. Well, feeling ko galit siya sa India kasi anti-China ngayon si India. In an interview on his YouTube channel, Scott Ritter said that Hamas can make Israelis' lives hell, and they are doing just that. They have humiliated the Israelis, he noted. He pointed out that Hezbollah is doing the same thing in the north, creating a situation where the Israelis cannot win. Ay, talaga ba? Last I heard, nagmamakaawa na ang Hamas. Ceasefire na tayo, ceasefire na. Tama na. Tama na, sabi ng Hamas. Tapos gagamitin nilang human shield yung mga ano nila, mga civilian. Loko-loko, di ba? Tapos si Iran, tawag dito, tinry nilang bombahin si Israel. Walang nakapasok na bomba. Walang nakapasok na bomba. Wala, durog sa Iron Curtain ng Israel. Wala. Walang nangyari. Oh. Pero marami nga nagalit na maraming tao dito. Tuwan-tuwa yung mga ibang Iranians. Kasi para sa kanila parang okay na yun. Pero, tawag dito, may mga nagko-comment na parang half-hearted yung Iron Dome pala, Iron Curtain. Ano yung Iron Curtain? Sa Russia pala yun. Sa Russia pala yung Iron Curtain. Mali. Maling bansa. Iron Dome pala, Iron Dome. Anyway, so yun. So, may observations yung mga ibang tawag dito, mga commentators, political experts. Ang sabi nila, tawag dito, si daw, yung pagbomba daw ni Iran is half-hearted. Half-hearted daw. Parang lang, for show lang. Ganun. But anyway, so medyo weird talaga to si Kuya. Pero meron pang isang balita tungkol sa kanya, ang sumulat si Euronews. Sabi, why do disgraced Americans like Scott Ritter spout pro-Putin propaganda in Russia? Bakit daw ganun? Ang sabi, Scott Ritter, ayan mention siya, Scott Ritter yan. Sabi, for those with any knowledge of the main political talking points that circulate in Russian media, some of which might be based on real fears, such as that of a nuclear level escalation, Ritter is singing a song that Russians like to hear. Wow, ganun pala siya. Jukebox. Jukebox din pala, parang si Morales. People like him turn to Russia and to the cold yet confining embrace of the Russian government because they are opportunists, says Natalia Antonova, a longtime Moscow-based reporter and editor, as well as an OSINT researcher with a keen familiarity with Russian disinformation techniques. They see a financial and career opportunity by working for and with the Russians. Uy! May mga ganyan ding Pilipino, di ba? Pero hindi sa Russia. Oo, sa China naman sila. May financial and career opportunities. Kaya pala. may sarili silang version ng makapili. So, ayan. By that, I mean bad Russians, the very same bureaucrats who are enabling Russian fascists today and are enabling this attempt at a genocide in Ukraine. So, yun. Kaya pala siya, kaya siya nagsalita ng ganito. Kasi, jukebox. Jukebox siya ng Russia. At dahil tight ang Russia at China, magsasalita siya ng ganyan. Ang weird nga, ano bang context nito? Ano bang bakit ano ba 'to? Press con ba 'to para sa Pilipinas? Hindi ko alam.
I must tell you, I spent a lot of time in the Philippines and came in off the carrier Iwo Jima, the Valley Forge, the Guadalcanal, and both Scott would agree with me. Americans have a tremendous love for the Filipino people. I would say two of my very, very closest friends are from the Philippines, and we
Napaka-patronizing
really
naman nun.
wish very much that you were not in this posture. But I think it's very important for the Philippines to be clear-eyed in what's going on and not to be led down the path by bellicose military people for the United States. You're talking about small islands. I wish China were not engaged in that particular policy. I tend to be sympathetic towards them on many things, but less so on that one. But at the same time, I think you've got to make sort of a cold, clear-eyed assessment and say, look, it's not worth a war with a great power for the Philippines to engage in combat over those small islands. But I do agree that it is time to use diplomacy and to attempt to resolve the issue. Whatever you do not simply become a tool of the United States and be led into an armed conflict that ends up in disaster for the Filipino people. Because if you do, you will break the heart of a whole lot of us who just dearly love the Philippines and the people of the islands.
Napaka-patronizing naman nung sinabi niya. Medyo napaka nun, parang dini-discourage tayo na ipaglaban kung ano yung para sa atin. So, gano'n na lang 'yun, ito-tolerate na lang natin yung walang basehang ginagawa ng China. Gano'n pala 'yun. Oo. Well, sige. Kilalanin natin si Scott Ritter. Ito naman si Colonel Black. Si Colonel Black, Richard H. Black. Si Colonel Richard H. Black, mga kotsero, is a Vietnam veteran. Vietnam veteran siya. Tapos, nabasa ko sa ano niya, na naging senador siya ng US. So, medyo ano talaga siya, medyo political ang kanyang background. Political ang background niya. Ngayon, mga kotsero, nag-retire siya noong 2018 sa kanyang pagiging senador. And yung kanyang ano pala, by the way, is tawag dito, he is a Republican. Nasa Republican Party siya. So, nag-retire siya noong 2018. What happened? Bakit siya nag-retire? Kasi na-involve siya sa controversy. Ang kontrobersya niya, mga kotsero, eto nga. Ayan, The State News Service reported that the lawmaker was impressed by the love of the Syrian people for their president, leadership, and army. Republican siya, from Ludun. A photo on Twitter appeared to show Senator Richard H. Black meeting face-to-face with Assad. Si Bashar al-Assad. Yun. So kung medyo familiar sa inyo yung pangalan ni Bashar al-Assad, mapapaisip kayo. Bakit? Bakit of all the people in the world, ang imi-meet mo is si Bashar al-Assad? Daming pinatay nito. Tinalo nito si Digong. Tinalo nito si Digong, guys. Ito isang article, Marami siyang pinatay. Ito yung isa. Sa isang lugar, sa Daraya. 10 years on, first full report record Syrian regime's massacre at Daraya. Investigation into attacks of Bashar al-Assad's forces that left 700 people dead could help bring justice for victims. 2012 yan. At least 700 people were killed when forces loyal to President Bashar Al-Assad stormed the town between the 24th and 26th of August 2012. Troops went door to door killing and detaining men, women, and children. Terrified people sheltered in basements. Tapos sasabihin mo, love na love nga siya ng Syrian people eh. Love na love siya. Pinapatay niya yung mga tao niya, pero love siya. Oo. Okay, sige. Lakas maka-gaslight, men. Lakas maka-gaslight. Assad arrest warrant, kalalabas lang daw. Kailan to? 2023. Hope and pain for Syrian chemical attack survivors. O, yung yung sarin gas. Alam niyo yun? 2013. He experienced them twice, yung sarin gas. Ito si Dr. Salim Namour. While treating the wounded in Ghouta, Syria in August 2013 when the regime of President Bashar al-Assad launched a horrific chemical weapons attack on Douma and eastern Ghouta. Killed more than 1,100 people. Grabe, ang genocide. Oh. You want us to listen to you? When you are supporting this kind of a person? Meron din siyang comment sa US and China aggression. Ito yung kanyang comment sa US-China. CGTN ang nagpalabas, oh. Chinese Global Television Network yata yan. Basta China yan. China State yan. China State. Colonel Richard Black, US created the illusion of Chinese aggression. What? Illusion? Niloloko nyo ba kami? Illusion lang yon. Mga kotsero, nananaginip lang pala yung natin, Philippine Coast Guard. Nananaginip lang pala sila. Nag-i-illusion lang sila. Hindi sila winotter cannon. Oo, hindi sila winotter cannon, guys. Oo, hindi sila winotter. Illusion lang yun. Illusion. Yung mga akala nila, yung Coast Guard natin, akala lang nila na binabangga ng Chinese Coast Guard yung mga barko ng Pilipinas. Akala lang nila yun. Hindi hindi totoo yun. It's an illusion. Illusion lang yun, guys. Huwag kayong maniniwala. Huwag kayong maniniwala, guys. Huwag kayong maniniwala. CGI lang daw yan, sabi ni Vancouver Gem. CGI lang daw yan, computer generated image. AI lang yan, AI. Huwag kayong maniniwala, hindi yan totoo. Hindi rin totoo na yung mga Chinese Coast Guard ninakaw yung supplies ng ating mga sundalo dyan sa BRP Sierra Madre. Huwag kayong maniniwala. It's an illusion. Buisit ka talaga, Colonel Richard Black. Buisit ka. Gaslight yan. That textbook gaslighting. Ayan, yan yung ginagawa nila. Tapos maniniwala tayo sa pinagsasabi nitong dalawang to, lalo na dito sa sex offender na to. I mean, seriously, maniniwala kayo sa sinasabi nitong dalawang to. Kaya nga ako, mga kotsero, mas naniniwala ako sa sinasabi ng mga legitimate foreign policy experts, international relations experts. Doon tayo makikinig. Kaysa di sa dalawang to. Sa dalawang matatandang yan, na parang, ano ba? Wala akong pakialam kung dati, alam nyo kung bakit siya natanggal sa serbisyo? Dahil dun, sa sex offender, sa sex offense niya. Kaya siya natanggal. Ang nakakatawa dito, mga kotsero. It seems now the propaganda has shifted para sa Pilipinas. Siguro inisip ng China, ayaw yung maniwala sa kapwa nyo Pilipino, ha? Mas naniniwala kayo sa mga puti, Sige, gagamit kami ng puti. O di yan, mouthpiece nila ngayon, puti. And they're thinking, iniisip nitong Chinese Communist Party na ganun katanga ang mga Pilipino na porke nakita na Caucasian, white American male ang nagsasalita, maniniwala tayong lahat. Tingnan nyo, ganyan tayo minamaliit ng mga Chinese. Or specifically, the Chinese Communist Party. Iniisip nila na porke nakakita tayo ng puti, papaniwalaan natin lahat ng kinukuda. The answer is hell to the no. Kasi tayo mga Pilipino, mga kutsero, tayong Pilipino, we have our own reality. Meron tayong buhay dito na totoo. At hindi lang tayo basta-basta na di porke sinabi ng puti, maniniwala tayo. Hindi tayo ganun. Alam nyo, malas pa nga ng mga puti pag nasa Pilipinas. Alam nyo kung bakit? Pag nakita ng ibang Pilipino na medyo hindi maganda ang intensyon, anong ginagawa sa mga puti? Ginagawang bangko. Nauuto pa nga kayo yung mga puti. Nauuto pa kayo dito sa Pilipinas. Anong sabi niyo? Saan kayo saan kayo tawag dito? Hindi ko naiintindihan bakit ganitong klaseng propaganda ang naisip ng China. Pinapaikot lang natin sa kamay natin yung mga kano kapag sila ang bisita sa Pilipinas. Pag pumupunta sa Pilipinas ang mga kano, uuwi, wala ng pera. May baon pang asawa. Minsan. Hindi naman lahat. Siyempre, meron din dyan mga true love. May mga true love dyan. Pero wag na tayo magmalinis. Meron din namang mga kaso kung saan ginamit lang talaga para makalipat ng Amerika. Tapos biglang magpapainom ng antifreeze. Di ba? Alam natin lahat yan. Nakakatawa lang talaga yung sinabi niya na, we are using you. You are our tools. Blah, blah, blah. Has it ever occurred to you that it is the other way around? That we are using America as a leverage against China? Has it ever occurred to you that we are using Taiwan for our advantage? Because America's interest is in Taiwan. Therefore, we will use Taiwan because of our geographical position from Taiwan. Gamitin namin si Taiwan. Dahil dahil Pilipinas lang ang nag-iingay tungkol dyan sa China na yan. Ano nangyayari? We already have the support of majority of the Western world. Okay, so mga kutsero, maraming salamat sa inyong patuloy na mag-support sa ating channel. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan mag-like, mag-share at mag-subscribe sa ating Coach Chad YouTube channel. Pa-follow tayo sa ating Facebook page para lagi updated sa mga ganap dito sa aking channel. And I'll see you in my next Coach Jared Live. God bless. See you next time, guys. Bye. Huwag ganun. Huwag natin gawing tanga mga Pilipino. Mas maganda kasi nasa lugar ka ng tama kaysa yung pinipilit mo yung pagkakamali. Are they willing to go that far? Hindi makakalimutan ng Pilipino yan hanggat di nasasagot yan. Sino ngayon nagsasabi ng totoo?